Hello, let's talk today about a quadratic equation. In a quadratic equation, the highest power of x will always be 2. Like here, power of x is 1 and power of x is 2. So since highest power of x is 2, therefore I can say that this is a quadratic equation. In quadratic equation, coefficient of x square is a, that is just the number before x square. Then coefficient of x is what? B, and the constant term. The constant term is a term which is not having any x with it. So here constant term is c. Right? Now, whenever you will graph a quadratic equation, you will always get a parabola. So let's say that this is the x-axis and this is the y-axis. So when you will graph a given quadratic equation, you will get a parabola. Now this parabola can be in any quadrant, right? Right now, the parabola which I have drawn is cutting the x-axis at 2 points. Therefore, I will say that the quadratic equation for which I have drawn this parabola will have 2 solutions. So when I will solve the quadratic equation, I will get 2 solutions. But it is not necessary that always the parabola will cross the x-axis at 2 points. Like for example, let's say I am given a quadratic equation in which when I will graph the quadratic equation, it will just touch the x-axis. So when the parabola is just touching the x-axis, it will have 2 equal solutions. Let's say that this point is 2, 0. So I will say for the given quadratic equation for which I have graphed this parabola, the solution will be x equal to 2, x equal to 2. So it will have 2 equal solutions. There is one more condition. You are given a quadratic equation for which you have graphed a parabola which is above or below the x-axis. Either it is like this or maybe it is like this. So in both the condition, parabola is not crossing or touching the x-axis. Therefore, I will say the quadratic equation for which I have sketched this parabola has no solution. So solution is nothing but at how many points the graph is crossing or touching the x-axis. So we will learn how to factorize a quadratic equation in the next video. Thank you.